Now we will discuss about another major topic, that is lanthanide and actinide contraction, which is also known as F contraction. Now what is this? So if we consider lanthanides from cerium to lutetium or actinides, which is from thorium to lawrencium, their atomic and ionic radii gradually decreases along the series with the increase of atomic number. So if we go from left to right in these lanthanides, the atomic radius and ionic radius decreases very much. So this is called F contraction or lanthanide and actinide contraction. The same trend can be also observed in case of D block elements. So this D contraction is known as Scandite contraction. Now let's see what are the reasons. The reasons are poor shielding power of n-2f orbitals, and you can also see relativistic contraction of ns orbital. So I will try to explain it. Let's see. This one is your, sorry, let me draw it. I'll just give you a basic idea about this. So this one is our positively charged nucleus. Think it as of an attractive girl, and there we have different layers of electrons, different orbits. Now we have some electrons here, some electrons here. Now try to understand. So the poor shielding power of n-2f orbitals. So let's suppose we have some electron here and here. Now these electrons, let's consider these are the f electrons, n-2f electrons. Now these electrons, if they don't charge this positive charge, so this positive charge is showing some attraction. It is attracting all the electrons, right? Now it is attracting this one, this one, this one, this one, all of these electrons. Now these previous electrons, they are screening the positive charge of the proton. Now if they fail to screen that, if their shielding power is not good, then this proton will have higher attraction to this electron, to this outermost electron, right? Now just forget all these things. Now consider these two. These are the f electrons. Let's consider it as f electrons, and these are the next maybe s or p electrons. Okay, now these f electrons, if they have stronger shielding power, that means if they can uh, they can reduce this attraction of this nucleus to these electrons, that time we will say that these electrons have stronger shielding power. But actually these f electrons, those are actually diffused in nature and they have very less shielding power. So that's why the attraction of this nucleus to this outermost electron increases. Now let's try to understand it in simple words. For example, this is an attractive girl and these are the some uh, lovers of that girl. Okay, now if these lovers, they don't have money, if they don't have sufficient money, then this girl will go for other boys, right? Now if this boy has money and these f electrons or f boys, they don't have money, then this girl will give importance or will get attracted to the other boy, this outermost boy, right? So the girl will try to make him close, the rich boy, which is in s or p orbital here. Again, I will try to explain. So these are different boys, if those boys, they will not read much, they will not get educated, then they will not get good job, they will not have money. So then this girl, this attractive girl, will not be interested in these boys. So that time this girl will get attracted, or that girl will attract these boys, these S and P orbital boys, which have good job and they have good money. Similarly, in the electronic world, if this F electrons, they are actually diffused in nature, they cannot shield this attraction of this nucleus to these electrons, to the outermost S and P electrons, because these F electrons are diffused in nature. So that poor shielding power of n minus 2 orbital electrons, because of that these electrons get attracted and this radius actually decreases. Now these orbits or orbitals gets shrinked. The entire orbital or the radius RDF or radial distribution function of this orbital gets shrinked. Because of that, these electrons come closer, the atomic and ionic radius of these F block elements decreases, because this F electron, they are not reading properly, they are not putting their effort in reading, and that's why they have lesser shielding power. That's why you all please read properly, be properly educated, and whatever you will do in life, it will be great. So take a proper education. Don't be like this F electrons, okay? Then your girl will also get attracted to the other S and P electrons. So because of this, as these other X and P electrons, they experience higher attraction towards the nucleus. So that's why there is a relativistic contraction of ns orbital. So this orbital contracts and the size of the atomic and ionic radius decreases. So these are the reasons. These are the main two reasons behind F contraction. Now what are the results? So 5D members are almost similar in size to the 4D members. So the same kind of contraction happens in the D block elements also, which are known as Scandite contraction. Because of that, so the 5D members and the 4D members are in the similar size. Actually, the 5D members should be bigger in size because they have additional uh, orbit, but still it is almost similar in size. Now the size is same, but the atomic number is more, atomic weight is more, so that's why the density gets increased. So the high density in the post lanthanides, and due to the enhanced effective nuclear charge experienced by the valence shell electrons, post lanthanides are noble elements. Now this point let's try to understand. So you see this nucleus that is attracting these electrons, these furthermore these valence electrons. So now these electrons are having higher affinity to the nucleus. So that's why these electrons will not be get lost. So you cannot simply just remove this electron. You cannot easily remove these electrons. So that's why it is difficult to remove these valence electrons in case of noble elements. And that's why they are not reactive. Now reaction is nothing but exchange of electrons. So because the attraction is more, it will not easily get lost. The electron will not get easily exchanged. So that's why these elements are called noble elements. Now let's see some other results. Due to greater effective nuclear charge, post-lanthanides have abnormally high electron affinity. The electron affinity is high because you can put more and more electrons as the electrostatic interaction is higher, so it can accommodate the electrons. Now because of F contraction, covalency increases from lanthanum to lutetium. So as the size becomes smaller and smaller, um, it tries to make covalent bond from lanthanum to lutetium. If you go, it tries to make covalent bond. It will not try to make ionic bond because it will not try to try to give up the electrons, which are tightly bound. Now covalency proportional to acidity of oxides. So acidity also increases from lanthanum to lutetium. Next is the thermal stability of carbonates and sulfates decreases from lanthanum to lutetium. Standard reduction potential of M3 plus to M increases from lanthanum to lutetium. So these are the results which are occurring due to this lanthanide and actinide contraction. So take a note of this thing and just try to understand that this nucleus is like an attractive girl, because these F electrons, they have not read properly during their class or during their uh, courseworks. That's why these F electrons are diffused in nature. They have very less shielding power, they have very less money. So this girl is attracted towards the other electrons, sp electrons, outermost electrons. And because of that, there is a relativistic contraction in this orbit or orbital, whatever you say, and those elements will become inert in nature. Hope this idea is clear. This is a difficult to understand. This idea is little bit tricky to understand. If you are lower standard, if you are in a lower standard, then you just note down the points. Maybe when you will go in your bachelor's or master's, that time you will get to know these things.
Hey genius, I hope you liked the video and the concepts are clear. So if you want to know more and if you want to learn more, you can go and check the periodic table and periodic trends folder. I have already uploaded 7 lectures on this topic. Please go and watch all those 7 lectures. I hope it will be very useful for you. And if you think these videos are knowledgeable, please share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye.